Joining us now to talk about this manhunt is Tracy Walder, former CIA officer and FBI special agent. Tracy, good to see you. She was seen on camera flying from Austin to Houston, then to New York. She sold her Jeep. She had cash, all pretty typical of someone escaping.
Yes, it's good to see you again too, Rita. What I find fascinating, and I've really said this all along about this case, was either she had help or there was an intense amount of premeditation that went in here. You know, a good fraudulent passport, and keep in mind that had to cross through New Jersey, so it had to be a good fraudulent passport, is difficult to get your hands on, and it costs upwards of about $13,000. And from what I understand, she sold her Jeep for about $12,000, which is well below market value for that vehicle. So that's what I find really fascinating about all of this, is how much planning went into place.
And why Costa Rica? I mean, that's a country with an extradition treaty with the U.S., isn't it? I mean, how did she manage to get it past authorities, and why did she choose that country, you think?
So I think that that's a great question. Obviously, this is just purely speculation on my part. I think that Costa Rica in and of itself is similar to the life that she leads, and that she could blend in there, and that she had a purpose for being there. She is a yoga instructor. There are lots of yoga retreats that are in Costa Rica. And I think she's also fully aware of the fact that, you know, with a little bit of changing to her appearance, perhaps that's a place that she can blend in. It's my understanding that, you know, she was found with a bandage on her nose, so maybe she was already working towards that.
Wow. And she initially came in for questioning, but then she wasn't arrested. She absconded then. What does that tell you?
You know, when she initially came in for questioning, it was the reason she was let go was really on a technicality. I think they had her birth date wrong on that initial warrant where she got the Botox and sort of just left. And, you know, that really gave her a little bit of a head start. But in my mind, that's not enough of a head start to garner the fake passport, get the ticket to Costa Rica. So I really think there was a bit more premeditation there.
Do you think she had someone helping her, someone funding her, sheltering her, hiding her?
So I think perhaps not in the United States. Maybe. I know her sister was in the upstate New York area, and maybe just briefly, just because it's a very short period of time from when she boarded that flight and then finally made it down to Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, I'm not certain that she had someone helping her, but I do think that here in the U.S., I think we will maybe see upon an investigation going, you know, months or weeks back, that she perhaps did have some help.
And she was on the run for more than 40 days. Paint a picture for us. Tell us what investigators were doing behind the scenes to try to find her.
So I think the crucial thing that investigators were doing was really examining that flight at the airport in New Jersey. I think that was really critical, because that was where she sort of fell off the face of the planet, if you will, and came in one identity and left in another. And so they were most likely combing through all of the passenger manifest lists and matching that up with video. So that's my best guess in terms of what they were doing, because that was really where that first clue was.
And it's interesting because there's no record of an outbound flight in her name when she was dropped off at this airport in Newark on May 18th. How and when do you think investigators tracked her to Costa Rica?
My guess is they probably tracked her to Costa Rica a few weeks ago, but then you have to, you know, go into negotiations with the government of Costa Rica. So they probably knew she was there a couple weeks ago, but really had to get all of those loose ends tied up prior to actually arresting her.
All right, Tracy Walder, it's an interesting case. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.